Are you stuck in your fitness business? You feel like you're not seeing growth, you don't know what to do next. In this video and in this podcast, I'm going to share with you the 8 steps that will help you skyrocket your business, and it's helped me go from nothing to multiple 7-figure fitness business from former estate agent in just 5 years. Now, first point we want to get into, number 1, is very importantly, building a standout brand. Now, with that, in terms of building a standout personal brand, people buy from people. So what you want to think about is becoming the person that people are actually going to buy from. So you want to think about making yourself a product. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't think about. So what does that practically look like? We want to make ourselves the attractive hero at the front of your business. So if you think about if you're selling fitness products, one of the things is probably going to be in shape that's going to appeal to your target market. So for example, if you've helped people get in shape and get shredded to go on holiday, and that's your main ICA, you should probably be very lean all the time. If your target market is helping executives to get in great shape and have great cognitive function, what you should probably focus on doing is being an executive yourself and coming from that background and talking and maybe wearing the type of clothes that executives would wear. Because what you want to do is keep that familiarity that's then going to really buy in with the people you're talking to and the clients you're trying to sell. So with that and your personal brand, what you want to do is have your own uniqueness about you, like what's going to make you stand out. So for example, a weird thing with me, I started bleaching my hair blonde maybe 4 or 5 years ago. My business started doing really well, and I just stuck with that because that became my personal brand, that I was the Jack tan guy with bleached blonde hair. A lot of people think I'm Australian randomly, but it's a random fact. And that's the thing, is about having your own unique style in terms of who you are and what you do. That can come down to your training philosophy, your nutrition philosophy. Have something that's different about you. So be polarizing, don't be vanilla. So when I'm talking about being polarizing, what we want to think about is being the opposite to what a lot of people think. Now, your job when you're building a personal brand is this. People either fucking love you or they fucking hate you. So if you're English, you'll understand the expression of being Marmite, and that's essentially what you want to be. So building your personal brand and standing out from the crowd is a huge thing, because the worst thing you can do is blend in with everyone else. Hence, having bright blonde hair, being a big jacked guy, that's going to make you stand out. Have something that defines who you are and share bits about your personal life. So whether that's like, for me, for example, I've got 2 cats. I live in a penthouse apartment in Dubai Marina. Show those things out, because people will see that, and that will be aspirational for them to be like, fuck, that's what Charlie does. That's what the gym he trains in. This is how he trains. This is his training style. Showcase that, and that will help you. So number 1 is building a standout personal brand. Number 2 is creating irresistible offers. So one of the biggest issues you have right now in your fitness business, if you're not seeing success in growing it, is you don't have an irresistible offer. You don't have an offer that's appealing enough for clients to put their hand in the air and be like, I want that, I want those results, and I want what you're selling me. So what does that look like? You don't just want to be selling training plans, nutrition plans, the same boring BS that everyone else does. What you want to be doing is not selling the flight to the vacation. You want to be selling the vacation itself, like you being on the beach. You want to sell the end result, not the process to get there. You want to sell the sexy bit and not make it look like hard work. So within that and the irresistible offer, a couple of easy things I'd recommend you add. 1 is having a guarantee. So what do I mean by guarantee? You can have different things. You can have a money-back guarantee if you don't see results. So for example, if you don't see results, would be if the client didn't do all their check-ins and they didn't actually stick to the diet, then they wouldn't get a refund. But if they did everything they were supposed to do, then you know they would get results because you're a good coach, so you would actually give them the money back. Now, the reality is that's never going to happen, because we all know as fitness coaches, if they stick to the plan, they'll get results. But having a money-back guarantee just alleviates that fear of loss. The second thing when you come to creating an irresistible offer is making the offer sound so good that it fixes all the other problems they have in their life. So for example, if it's someone who's an executive, you want to push the program in terms of how it can improve their cognitive function so they can actually make more money. Or if this is a good example, say for example, you've got someone who's 44, they're a business executive from New York. You want to think, okay, Jeff, who's a business executive, were you in better shape at 24 versus 44? They're going to probably say 24, they're in better shape. Okay, cool. So how many hours a week do you spend working out? 3 hours a week. Okay, cool. Let's say, for instance, they earn $1,000 an hour. So that means they're spending $3,000 a week in terms of their actual time for working out. So over a year, that's $360,000. Now, for 10 years, that's 3.6. 20 years, that's $7.2 million that they've lost to look worse. And when you frame things like that with business executives, that's when they're like, holy shit, I actually now understand the value of why I need to take this seriously. So how you frame things and how you create irresistible offers is one of the key things to you to blow up your fitness business. If you have leads at the moment that aren't closing, this is one of the reasons that your offer isn't compelling enough. So think about that strongly. Number 3 is maximizing your social media presence. So what does this look like? What you want to be doing with this is you need to be posting and showing up on all platforms every single day. You want to think about being omnipresent, which is being in everyone's face constantly. You want to be the first person it comes to when it comes to getting in shape with your niche. And that's the key thing for you to dominate your market and grow. And when I say dominate, you have to think like that because you are competing against other coaches and you need to have a competitive mindset if you're looking to be successful. So the key thing with this is to make sure that with your social media, you're engaging with your audience, you're showing your own personality with that. And when it comes to your social media presence, what you want to do is create content which has education with utility. So you teach stuff that people can actively use that's going to help them get better results with their body, get better results with their health. And then guess what? They'll be like, holy shit, Charlie's free stuff is this good. I wonder what his paid stuff is like. Then they sign up for your program. So that's number 3 is maximizing your social media presence. Number 4 is leveraging testimonials. Now, what you want to think about when it comes to the clients you have and the people you work with is this. These people are walking advertisements for what you do. If you get a client to lose 20 kilos and suddenly get abs and get the best shape of his life, do you think people at his work are going to notice that? Yes. Do you think that other guys are probably going to be like, holy shit, how did you do this? What did you do? I've had clients we've made $30,000, $50,000 from just based upon referrals. And what you want to do is have the mindset that you're looking to use clients to acquire other clients. So when it comes to this, social proof is king. So you want to get before and after photos. You want to get video reviews. You want to do in-person events and do photos and videos with you with clients because it shows your personality in terms of who you are. And these are the key things is that people buy from people. And that trust factor in seeing that Jim down the street has just got the results I want to get. I need to go and work with Charlie. That's one of the things that's going to push people over the line to work with you and help you build your business. Next, number 5 is optimizing your software and the tech side stuff within your business. So we want to be optimizing your websites, your funnels, and the efficiency of how your business works. Now, most people don't think like this when it comes to their business. Everything is statistical. So where are you seeing drop-offs in funnels, people coming through? Where are you seeing drop-offs on maybe questionnaires or call booking links? Where are you seeing drop-offs maybe in conversations on social media where people aren't booking in calls? These are the huge areas where you can suddenly identify what's the big needle mover for you in your business that most people don't think like. And the reality is for you to succeed quickly and to see the most progress, like we have, to be honest with you, within our business this month, we've had the best month this year. And the reality is the only reason that's happened is I identified what our biggest challenge was and the biggest bottleneck we had. I hired someone to help me specifically with that. And that's the only thing I focused on. And our revenue has doubled in a month because I identified what the problem is, got someone who can fix it. So I thought, who, not how. And guess what? I just implemented, executed, and did exactly what I was supposed to do. Revenue doubles. And it's simple as that. And people try to overcomplicate growing your business, and in particular fitness business. This isn't rocket science. You're not trying to put a man on the moon. So don't overcomplicate it. Go to someone who can help you when you get stuck. The other thing I'd say, talking about tech side of things, is don't overcomplicate it. One of the biggest mistakes I personally made was last year I spent $80,000 on a tech team and it was a fucking disaster. And the reality is we now have a virtual assistant in the Philippines who we pay $5 an hour who does exactly the same things they did. And this is what I say to people is you don't know what you don't know, and knowledge is pain really fast. And one of the key things that we teach people is, yes, what to do, but most of the time is what not to do. Because one of the biggest mistakes people make is they get red shiny object syndrome and they go off chasing things into the sunset they shouldn't be doing. And the reality is for you right now, you just need to focus on one thing and focus on singularity of focus and ticking that box, and then you'll see success. Number 6 on the 8 steps to skyrocket your business. And that's collaborating with experts and other people in your field who are high level. Now, the key thing with this is what you want is to position yourself as authority. So, for example, If you started doing videos and podcasts and images and social media content with people like maybe Mike O'Hearn, Lane Norton, whoever, who's high level within the industry, do you think you'll be seen as a position of authority? Yes. You'll suddenly be on this pedestal up here as well. And what that means is you can then start to charge higher prices. Additionally to that, what happens when you start to collaborate with people who have big audiences and have more credibility is this very simple thing. You get traffic from them. You'll be able to build a bigger following. Now, one of the things that people often ask is like, how do I network and get involved with people like this? And that simply comes down to providing value. Everything in life is some form of value exchange. So if you're going to approach someone like that, you have to show them something that you can give for them or do for them to help them. The reality is these people, their time is very precious, and they get people hound them all the time for collaborations and things like that. So be selective in terms of who you work with, be delicate in terms of how you work with them, and always try and help them. Ask, what can I do for you? An example of not how to do this, I remember being in Banoush Gym in Dubai, and someone came up to me and within 20 seconds of talking to me, pitched me a business idea that they wanted me to go in on. It was a fucking awful business idea anyway. I would never have done it, but it really pissed me off straight out the gate because I'd never even met the guy. And that's the reality. It's almost like you're trying to take a girl to bed before you've even taken her out on a date, and you need to really frame things correctly in terms of warming people up in that process. It's the same as when you had a prospect on a sales call. You're not going to just get them on the call and go Visa, Amex, MasterCard out the gate. I might try it one day and see if it works, but the reality is it's probably not going to work. So you need to be selective with that. Point number 7 when it comes to 8 steps to skyrocket your fitness business, and that's mastering email marketing and using that to nurture prospects. Now, what do I mean by mastering email marketing? Now, email is effective because you can automate it. Now, what's difficult about email is having the correct list of people on email to target. Now, with email marketing, what we want to focus on is warming people up in certain scenarios. Number 1, before you get them on a sales call, you want to get the person warmed up. So you should have emails going out to that prospect in terms of previous clients you worked with, sending them to long form pieces of content like podcasts like this, sending them to YouTube videos so they get more of a feel to know, like, and trust you. That's a key thing. With email, you also control and own that database and that list. So it's a very easy way for you to promote offers and have that omnipresence, because you can email people effectively as much as you want. But there are certain protocols you need to be aware of to make sure you don't get blacklisted. Because from my own experience, I've had that with our own email domain where we were hitting everyone's promo files because we got our domain got a bad name for itself essentially. And this is one of the things we help a lot of our clients with to make sure they don't end up in the spam folder. So number 7 in terms of steps to scale your business and skyrocket your results is email marketing and having the right automations in place to make sure the systems run like clockwork. Number 8, and this is the most important out of all of them if you're looking to scale your business, and that is the key of keep learning and keep growing. So the biggest mistake I see people make, particularly maybe they get to 20k a month, 30k a month, 40k a month, is they're like, I'm balling now, I'm doing really well, I know everything. The reality is with me personally, the more I feel I know, the less I actually feel like I know. And I constantly have to keep trying to stay at the cutting edge of learning, because technology is moving so quickly right now, in particular with AI and the advancements in technology, that we have to stay ahead of the curve and you can't take your foot off the gas. One of the biggest things I see, which is actually amusing, is there's other fitness business mentors out there who are seasoned veterans, I say apostrophe, who have never had an online fitness business, and they're teaching things that worked from 2019. The world has changed a lot in the last few years, in particular the last 12 months. You're watching this right now and probably your IG reach is tanked. You're probably finding it more difficult to convert clients. Well, guess what? This is only going to get worse. And that's why you need to stay at the cutting edge of exactly what works. And that's exactly what we teach within 7-figure scaling systems, is what works and what works at scale and what works that you can systematize. What we essentially do is we test things within our multi-7-figure fitness business, and then we give them to our clients, being like, okay, we just tested this works because we have big scale. We know if something works quickly, you should probably implement it. And that's how you stay at the cutting edge of the fitness online scene and get your business growing quickly. And you don't fall behind, because right now, you not having the knowledge that you need to have is costing you hundreds of thousands of pounds a year, not knowing how to make hundreds of £1,000s a year. And that's where you need to reframe your mindset. So I would recommend that everyone does a big deep dive in terms of learning within their business and also personal development. So whether that be reading books, absorbing the right content in terms of podcasts and YouTube videos. And that's the key, is to completely clean out your mindset and constantly push forward with learning more and more and more. I set myself a goal every day. I have to at least read one chapter of a book of new knowledge and absorb that. And when I'm in the background of cooking dinner and eating or whatever, I'm constantly watching YouTube videos, trying to just absorb information and learn, because the more you learn, the more you earn. And that's the key in terms of taking your business forwards. So to conclude, the 8 steps that are going to skyrocket your fitness business. Number 1, build out a standout personal brand. Be someone who's actually important that people are going to be interested in. Number 2 is creating irresistible offers, because too many times people are just trying to sell the same shit as everyone else. Personalized diet plan and workout plan. The reality is that's not going to get you anywhere. Number 3 is maximizing your social media presence and achieving omnipresence across all platforms. Number 4 is leveraging testimonials. So get sick client results, push them out everywhere, every platform as much as you can. Number 5 is optimize your websites, funnels, and your SEO. Number 6 is collaborating with experts and authority in your field to raise your status. Number 7 is mastering email marketing. And number 8 is keep learning, because the more you learn, the more you earn. And if you're in a position right now where you're stuck within your fitness business and you want to learn more and you want to take it to the next level, hit the link below this video and you can book in a free diagnostic call with us to find out exactly how we can help you. And we can do a deep dive into terms of what's the big lever you need to pull in your business and how you can pull it. So if you hit the link below the video, you can get that booked in. If you found this episode helpful, make sure you smash the like button, comment any questions below, and subscribe to check out the next videos coming up.